There are also quick target search within the DVR. So basically, we also focus on the human and vehicle, and you can quickly retrieve the data. So we also have a system, a new system, different from before. We call it Turbo HDX. So this system gives the customers more options to have easy access of the premium solution, because this is also thanks to our deep learning technology. So and Turbo system made it more available, more accessible for our customers. And we also integrate the PIR and video together to have a unified system. We call it Turbo HDX. So basically, it's a unified system between your mobile application, your recorder, and the camera. So this camera and the DVR provide the dual detection, which is based on AI and the PIR. Passive infrared. So when the system detects an intrusion, the device will send, the system basically will generate notifications on your mobile application as well as camera and the DVR. So you will receive notifications from all 3 points of the devices.
What is the special functionality?
So it can detect human and give alarm and notification in your mobile, from the camera, also from the DVR.
Okay, so you will receive 2 notifications.
3. So you can see here, the basic solution contains the PIR, camera, DVR, and HiConnect. So it allows you to have the PIR detection of human. So you can receive a sound and light alarm from the device and notification from your mobile. Well, our premium solution contains the siren camera. The camera is an analog camera, but there is flashlight and there is siren. And also it contains the deep learning DVR. So from the back end, you have the deep learning technology and smart algorithms from the DVR. So you will also get sound, light and sound alarm with a notification from your mobile. So these are different emphasis for PIR or for the action when there is an alarm. So it depends on the customer scenario. If they only need to detect, there can be a PIR camera. But if they want something light and audio alarm, they can choose with the siren camera. Yes. Okay, so overall the turbo system is quite simple, but over the years we also try to add more functions, better quality, and make the deep learning algorithm more accessible by adding them into the DVR system and the turbo system. So that's for the Turbo HD section. We will have the NVR. So in this part, we will understand the main working principle of NVR, and we will introduce our product family of NVR products. And at the end of this section, we will, as usual, we will give some of the troubleshooting case study. So let's take a look at the working principle, working process first. We already have studied in the morning that in a network system, so the image signal is generated from the network camera. Is it correct? So from the network camera, there is already a network signal. So the NVR, what it does is not to generate the network signal, is to decode, store, and playback. So it's a bit different from the DVR. So when you think of DVR, there is encoding process happening in the DVR. Okay, NVR does not have that. For the product family, we have general NVR. They are basically designed for general purpose, general CCTV, but we also do have some special series, such as the workstation. This is a portfolio of the general NVR. As you can see, there are value series, Pro, Ultra, and DP-Mine. So most commonly you see available in the channel market, they are the value and Pro series. So in some projects, we will use the Ultra or DP-Mine. So here it explains better about the target client of each series of the NVR. So you can see they are different models with different HDD capacity, up to 24 HDD in NVR. That's the maximum you can get. Okay. And as for the naming rule, it has something similar in with the DVR. So the first letters, DS or IDS, is the similar as in the DVR. IDS stands for intelligent, and the next two digits represents the series. So we have the 71, 76, and 77. These are very common in the market, but when it comes to project, we will use the 86, 96, and 67. Sometimes we do use that. And the next two digits also represents the channel, and this is quite important. And the next is what we differentiate non-intelligent NVR and intelligent NVR. And similarly in DVR, the letter I stands for international product. Okay, and the letter next to after the dash stands for hardware platform. So you commonly see I series and K series and Q series. So when we say series in NVR, we sometimes say 77 series or 71 series. That's the actual serial, the line, 77 line or 71 line. But sometimes we also mention the NVR like I series, Q series, or K series. We are talking about the hardware platform. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify. I want to clarify about these two terminologies we use. And the digit after that represents number of HDD slots. Okay, after that, there are some well, special functions. Normally, you have to know about the PoE interface. Okay, this is important, the PoE interface. And in some of the intelligent NVRs, there are channels for false alarm filter. But that's not, this is not like a decisive factor when you buy an NVR. 16. How many HDD I can put?
4.
16?
4.
Yeah. How many channels I have for PoE?
16.
16. When they are mixed with different methods. So the first method is what we call plug and play. This concept comes from the analog system, because in analog system you plug the camera shows immediately, no password, no configuration, it's just straightforward. But in the IP system, you have to realize that the cameras, they also have a activation system, right? The camera has its own password, and the NVR has its own password. So in order to use the plug and play, there are conditions. The conditions is that the camera should be inactive when you use the plug and play, or the camera is activated with the same password as the NVR to use the plug and play. So what if you do not have the same password? So how can you add the camera?
Manually.
Yeah, you have to do, you basically have to do manual interface of customizing protocol. Actually, from from the drop-down list, we have predefined protocols for many other manufacturers. You can select based on your manufacturer. Some areas are more important, some areas are not that important, and you want a different period for storing the video. So you can use the flow tab. You can assign different space to different cameras. And for HDD group, it's a different mode compared with HDD quota. So in the group mode, different HDDs can be configured to different groups. And different cameras can be assigned to record within the groups. Okay. So HDD quota, HDD group,